What's happening? So, you know, shout out to motherfucking whatever it's called, Tube Dong, King Rod, whatever you want to call him, Rod Kitchen Nation Dream, whatever, right? He put something up there I probably would never seen otherwise, where it was like two motherfuckers out in LA who was basically doing what I do with the studio. Had a whole bunch of guns up in that shit. They went to serve a warrant for one of them, I guess, and like found a whole bunch more guns in there than they was expecting to find. They knew he was probably strapped, so he came with the SWAT team, but still. So I go with my wife, I was like, yo, did you hear about these motherfuckers in LA? Oh, the one who was in New York earlier? I said, no. She said something, the elephant. And my head immediately, I go, not Cage the Elephant. Not Cage the Elephant. No way. And sure enough, the motherfucking Matt Schultz, the lead singer of Cage the Elephant, was arrested for having 245 cal handguns in the same day. So you got two arrests in the music industry for the same thing in the same day. And the way that they describe finding out Matt Schultz had the guns is weird as fuck to me. It says, hotel staff seen him in his bathroom with them and reported to the super. I said, how? How they seen him in his bathroom with him? I'd like to know. Why was they in the room when he was in the bathroom? I mean, maybe he left, come in to sweep or whatever, clean, do all that shit. But like, I would have had the common sense knowing like, yo, I just have one of these in New York City, period. I'm gonna wait till they leave. Like, it's just a fact of like, how do you allow that to happen? Not like, when you add it up with how they see him in the bathroom with. Like, you feel what I'm saying? It's either they're lying about how they discovered he had them shits, they're violating 4th Amendment, putting cameras in bathroom stalls, or they're fucking, they really did, he let them in to do their service and shit when they came in, and he was just dumb enough thinking, yeah, I'm Matt Schultz, I'm just gonna walk around with these 245 caliber handguns, cleaning, maintaining, stripping my shit in the bathroom while they do that. That's so dumb. Don't you listen, I don't want to hear about nobody else who go to New York with a gun and get caught like that. I don't want to hear about that ever again. They've made it clear. New York City is a no-gun zone. It is a no-gun zone. There's no reason. You should have just thought that law don't apply to you in New York City, man. So I'm sorry. Because it's looking like the only legal, like put like this, what's in the confines of what they're allowed to do with the law, explanation for why you got caught like that, is you had these people come in, room service, you gotta clean your shit, and you was dumb enough to be in the bathroom while they doing that shit with your room. You like, of course they gonna tell their boss, they want that look good. You feel what I'm saying? Like, it's fucked up. You gotta understand, not every type of job would have a worker that would do it, but in a job where you are working like that, yeah. Who already in some type of management position? Look, the so-and-so said they seen this. So, you see what I'm saying? Saying what I've seen in every hotel I've been, which is mostly a lot of low class. Most of them is not even a chain. A lot. Like, I just tell you something, like, I used to stay at the Milford Inn a lot. Like, I lived there. I lived at some other shit in Milford. I lived at like 3 or 4 different hotels in Milford. When I was arrested out there, it was a fucking Howard Johnson's. And I've experienced dealing with police while living in a hotel. Not to mention, I stayed at the Big Apple Motel in Waterbury. Shout out to them people, man. They do great service over there at the Big Apple. Granted, there's some sketchy shit on that place's name. Listen, that happened after I stayed there, and I don't condone a lot of that shit. Most of that shit that the big news article, the people know I'm referring to, I don't condone that shit, but I know them people who run that shit had nothing to do with that. Period. Nothing to do with that. Granted, they tried to use me as some, like, this one time, bro, I remember I was coming back from I'd done something, I'm not gonna get into that, but I was coming back from somewhere, And when I'm fucking, when I'm walking back up to the shit, the motherfucker come outside. He's like, hey, like yelling at somebody to get off the fucking, like they have this staircase that goes up so you could go into like the second floor without, but it's a fire escape. And so like, he's like, no, get off there. And he's like, hey, but before that, he grabs me, hey, buddy, come walk with me for a second. I'm like, what, you gotta talk to me? What's the story? Like, we're walking back, like, angled at the hotel, though. So I'm like, what's this dude doing? So the manager just walking away. He's like, hey, buddy, get down. I'm like, you just tried to use me as some type of, like, backup or, like, security. Because you're not trying to hire them people. You're too cheap for that, huh? That shit was funny as hell. But listen, so I have experience in this topic. And also, the Big Apple Motel, for those of you who don't, because it's in the middle of the hood. That shit is like literally right off the corner of Willow Street. Like that shit is like, when you go in, there's a door. Like they have to buzz you in and out every time. Like, so that's also why they have that fire escape really cut off. Because they don't want nobody, they want to know everybody who is coming in and out that doorway. They have to literally unlock you into the motel and write your name down and shit. Like, it's wild. But anyway. And, I've experienced dealing with police while living in hotels. You do not have nothing that's like a firearm or anything like that. Even though weed didn't apply to me when it was illegal up here because I'm a medical patient, I would have all my bongs and shit put up. Like, that's why they was trying to get me for some other shit out there and they wasn't able to do it. I'm out of this bitch, man.